Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. So, for today's video, I wanted to tell you guys about one of my favorite types of people. I've told you everything there is to know about why guys love shy girls. There are a lot of things that you guys do that if you're shy, you're cute. There's things that you do that are little that guys love. But on the opposite side, and if you've been watching my videos for a long time, I have never made a video about outgoing people, like people that are expressive and love talking about things and love trying new things and experiencing things. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, is just why I think being outgoing is such a great thing and some of the things that guys love in an outgoing person. If my voice sounds kind of funny, it's because I just got over being sick. But with that being said, here is the first reason why I love an outgoing person. So outgoing people tend to be the type of person that is more open-minded and more open to trying new things and experiencing different things they've never done before. Now, the reason that I love this is because I think that it's important to go out there and to try new things and to push yourself to different limits. Outgoing and open-minded, I feel like they kind of go together, because when you are really outgoing, you do tend to listen to a lot more stories and think different opinions about certain things, and it really makes you open up to a lot of other things that maybe you'd never thought about. When you're talking to somebody who's outgoing and they're so open-minded, sometimes it's really fun because you can tell them things that they've never thought of before, and then they have like a whole different spin on it, and you're just like totally going back and forth about things that like you just never thought of before, and I think that's such a cool thing. Going along with being open-minded, sometimes that opens up to being like more spontaneous and like doing things just like last minute and just trying it out and not having anything planned, just going and doing something. So just like outgoing, spontaneous, like open-minded, all those things. I know things that I love, and I think a lot of guys also love that, but I'm just speaking kind of on behalf of me, even though I can speak for guys, but I just think that I don't know. I want to give you guys my opinion. So also, I think part of being outgoing really comes around to being honest. And I know that that might sound kind of weird because you think like sometimes people are just loud and they might just be telling you a bunch of garbage that's not true, and they're just trying to say it because they're loud and outgoing and obnoxious and all that. But I think that outgoing people tend to be really honest, because when you ask them something, they're not just gonna say that everything is fine, like everything's okay, like I can deal with it or whatever. People that tend to like speak up and want to tell people their feelings will not tell you that they're fine when something is actually going on. And I think that that's something that I really love in a person that's outgoing, because then you never really have to worry that something else is going on in their head and they're not telling you how they really feel. And if something's bothering them, they're gonna let you know. And sometimes that's not a good thing, but at the same time, they're being honest. And I think in the end, when you're being honest, that's the most important thing that you can do. And sometimes the truth hurts, but I think by doing that, it makes everything so much smoother and you get over it faster. And honesty, obviously, is one of those things that everybody kind of wants from another person. So I think that honesty kind of goes along with being outgoing with most people. Not everybody, but I think that that's just one thing that kind of goes together. All right, the next thing is outgoing people are usually the life of the party. When you walk into an event or whatever it is that you're doing, I think that when you don't have to be the center of attention and somebody else is doing it, for some reason, when one person has everybody else attracted to them, there's a really big attraction to that one person. And especially if it's something that's like not super wrong or obnoxious, or if they're like doing something that's really illegal or something, then that's a whole different story. I think if you're at a party and somebody's just being really funny or dancing a certain way or talking a certain way or something, I don't know, it's just like you get attracted to that. There's some kind of attractiveness towards them because they are who they are. And when somebody is being who they are, that's like one of the best things that I think you could find in a person. And if you're outgoing and you don't mind doing that, that's one thing that I think is awesome and something that you should never change about yourself. Going along with being the life of the party, I think that usually tends to be somebody also being able to hold conversations really well. And I think that when you're able to have a conversation with somebody and it just flows really good and you just keep talking about things that matter and you're having a great time and laughing, and there's just so many good things that come out of a really good conversation. And I think that people really remember that. I think that that's another really cool thing that outgoing people do, is that they're just the life of the party and they're just really good at holding good conversations. Next thing I came up with, and this is a good one, this is one that I really like, something that probably is one of the best things that I love about people that don't mind being themselves, and that is an outgoing person is usually really upbeat and very positive. Like when you meet somebody who's just really out there, loves being themselves, loves doing things that are fun and spontaneous, that's one of those people that you find to be really like they've done so many things and they've met so many people and had great conversations and realized that there's a lot in life to live for, and so they're really full of like good vibes and just being positive, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say, is that they're just really positive and they're upbeat. So when people see that in you, there's nothing else I can say other than that's attractive to a lot of people. And if you're not attracted to positivity, then I don't really know what you'd be attracted to. So I think that that's just another thing that I love about people that are just super out there. All right, so one really cool thing that I really like about you people watching this that are outgoing is that you guys always usually have the coolest stories. When I went traveling through Thailand and I met somebody who just walked up to me and started to talk to me, they were the one that initiated the conversation. I didn't know who that person was. But at the end of it, like, I knew so many different stories about what that person had gone through, and I learned stuff from that person, and there are so many things that if that person didn't walk up to me and talk to me, I just feel like you don't realize that you're missing stuff. But then when it happens, you realize, wow, like there's so many other things that I could probably be learning if I was to just walk up to people and tap them on the shoulder and want to talk to them about something. We can definitely learn a lot from just talking to other people about what they've been through, and I think that's really cool. Outgoing people and people that are not afraid to walk up to somebody and talk to them usually have really cool stories, because sometimes the stories aren't even their own. That is something that I think is really cool. The next thing and the last thing that I came up with is outgoing people are not afraid to take a loss. If that makes sense, let me try to explain what I mean. When somebody's an extrovert and they're not afraid to go and get what they want, I think that when they take a hit or they lose something or they don't get something that they were like working really hard for, it's really easy for them to turn around and make it a positive situation and learn from something that they didn't do right and then go back and do it again and do it even better. I just think that the confidence in an outgoing person is very strong, and I think that when they're told something, like if they can't do something or if somebody tells them that they're not good enough, they're very quick to turn that around and show that person that they can actually do it. I love when somebody is able to show somebody that they can do something when they're told that they couldn't. There's just a lot of qualities in an outgoing person that I love. I have like a blank space in my head, but I think that there's so many more things that if I do think of more, I'll make a second video to this. But if you think there are other reasons out there why a confident and outgoing person is awesome, leave that in the comments, let me know. Sometimes I reply to comments that just have nothing to do with the video, and even if it's like the eggplant emoji, I'll probably reply to it. Most likely. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Outgoing people, I love you. Shy people, I love you. There's just so many different things about the two groups that there's so much to love. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know. I love you guys so much. And as always, I will see you on Saturday for another video. Bye!
What?